Yeah, I don't think this is working. It took like 30 seconds to connect, which usually it's instantaneous. And I'm getting. Well, hold on. Bumping back up to the green now. This is definitely on Twitch's end. I can say with certainty. My connection, I just posted a screenshot. I did a quick speed test and I got 492 megabit per second download and 48 megabit per second upload. So it's definitely not me. Looks like it's more or less stable. All right, I'm gonna try reconnecting. Oh, definitely wasn't my fault. At least I'm 100% sure it wasn't. It wasn't my fault. I don't know. It's got to be on Twitch's end. Twitch is just not doing great, I guess. Get back in here. All right, a little bit laggy. Ooh, no, it's very laggy. Let me. There we go. It's not my connection. My connection is fine. My connection is amazing. I have one of the best connections in the world. Okay, anyway, I was getting a little dark now. I'm just gonna spawn in a lantern so that I can show what I was starting to say. By the way, I do want to shout out for all the things that I've requested that have not gotten into the game yet or not been changed yet. At least the movement axis lock is saved now when you log out and back in. Previously, I used to have to lock the y-axis every single time. I would prefer to be able to save the world generation parameters. I would trade that for locking the y-axis, because that takes way longer to do every time. But, yeah, exactly. Best in the history of connections, maybe the best ever. Lilfig has 72,040 millisecond ping. Oh, what's the point of putting that in milliseconds? My goodness. Well, maybe when you first join, though, because Lilfig just joined. And I seem to be fine now. It was just when I first joined that it was a bit slow. I think we're okay for now. Okay. As I was saying, and hopefully you can all hear me. Oh no, it's slowing down again. It's gone red. Twitch, please. Twitch, I'm begging you. Twitch.tv, please. Amazon. Please, Amazon. Bezos. Mr. Bezos? Jeff? Can I call you Jeff? Haha. Oh man. We're so back. I missed something in the chat there. Rookie numbers. Oh. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about this. This is definitely Twitch just being delightful. I'm gonna try to continue and hope that it gets through even if it's a little bit laggy and you fall behind. Can I call you just stream free? Oh no. I'm definitely not calling you Mr. Bezos now. That's not how you get what you want. Alright. I'm kinda back. I'm probably way behind. Alright, it's green again. I'm gonna try to keep going. I don't know what to do other than just try to keep going. As I was trying to say several times now, the fire spread in this game is much too aggressive, and it never stops. We had a massive forest fire. This right here, I decided to leave as it was, but if you can see, there's kind of like weird little lines here and there. That's because I had to go through this whole area was gone. And there were so many entities on the ground from like vines and stuff that had fallen off the trees when they burned, and there was such a mess of like random branches, and there was so much fire everywhere that the server was lagging, and I was getting errors in the console, because once something catches fire, especially if you're in like a forest, it'll just keep going and destroying everything forever. And that might be fun and interesting to learn the hard way once in single player, but on a multiplayer server, it just killed the server, and there's no option, at least not that I can find, to disable fire spread. And we didn't even find a mod doing it. If anyone wants to make a mod disabling fire spread, you know, I think it's cool to have fire spread as an option, but because it just keeps going forever, like, I know that's more realistic, but it's killing the server, and it ruined everything, and I had to come in repair mode, and I had to regenerate. I was doing like a 3x3 chunk, that's why there's all these little kind of hard lines everywhere. I decided to leave this little area just as a sort of monument, but you can see all the wood on Frostren's house here got burned away, and it was such a mess. It was such a mess. If it happens to OPTS enough times, maybe they get that. Listen, I would never suggest that anyone join the official server and intentionally set a massive forest fire that completely destroys the server just to teach them a lesson. I would never suggest anyone do that. Even if it might get them to put some options in and maybe put some limits on how far fire can spread. Like, I wouldn't mind so much if it was at least clean, but because of the nature of this type of game, when you get a forest fire, it does say test, you can go and test them out. When you get a fire, like, you get little clumps of, like, floating branch blocks and logs that didn't get burned, and it doesn't look more realistic. It looks like a giant mess. So, like, yeah. There's gotta be some kind of limits on how far fire will spread, or at least an option to turn it off for servers that don't want to have to deal with it. So, but for, like, as a public service announcement to all the players, because the game does not explain this in any kind of remotely clear way. Our player was trying to do some pit kilns in here, thinking it's surrounded by stone, there's stone above it, surely the fire can't spread from here. The thing is, these rocks, I placed these here. These rocks were not here, so it was just an open, flat area. There we go. It was like this. And the fire jumped out. So, for anyone who is not aware, the fire doesn't spread from down there. It spreads from this level here. So from this block. This block here is where the fire is presumed to be. And it will move horizontally multiple blocks. So it's not enough to have one block next to it that is not flammable. You need to... Because it can and did jump from here till... I don't know exactly where it started because I wasn't online, but... It could jump to here. I don't know how many blocks it can go. But I have seen it jump 2 or 3 blocks. It is actually very easy to stop that, which is what I just had over here. I'm going to grab a... Go. Rock. That's why I made my pit kilns. Yeah, if you want to be extra safe, just don't be near anything flammable. But it's actually very easy to stop it, because if there's anything in these blocks, the fire won't spread. Anything non-flammable, the fire will spread. So if you go... I don't even think you need to do the diagonals. You want to be extra safe, do the diagonals, which is how we had this here. I showed you before. That will stop it. Literally just having a rock there, it won't go through this block to jump anywhere else. I tested this extensively in creative. Your goat is pregnant. Congratulations. Maybe a vine. Could have been a vine. It literally could have been a piece of grass on the ground. There's grass all around here. This is flammable. So, yeah, you have to... If you block it in on this level, the level above the actual where stuff is burning, if you made a pit kiln here right now, that would not spread. Even if you surrounded the rest of this with wood and vines and all kinds of flammable stuff, it would not spread any further, because these rocks are enough. I also, not on the previous server, but the one before that, the 1.17 server, I made a pit kiln area where let me just, for demonstrative purposes, the true chisel. I literally... I think I brought it down to 1 voxel. Or maybe it was like this. That right there, that's enough. That would stop it from spreading. So I just had a little border around each of the pit kilns, and we were fine. So, that. But, yeah. So, I don't blame anyone who learns this the hard way. The game really doesn't make it clear how easy it is for fire to spread, or what the mechanic is for it spreading. I had to figure it out with trial and error. It took me a really long time to figure out how it worked. So, this is the second time we've had a big fire that kind of destroyed all kinds of stuff. previous time we had to roll back to a backup because it was our spawn village that got destroyed, and it would have been too much work to be lost to a mistake like that. This time I managed to rescue it without having to roll back to a backup by going around and regenerating all of these chunks, since this wasn't something that needed to be saved. Because I had these houses were all built on the previous server, and I had schematics of them already, so... Be sure to have 3 blocks between pit kill and the big forest next to my house. Yeah, just put rocks or dirt or whatever, anything non-flammable in these spots, and you'll be fine. It won't go anywhere. I don't even think it goes up, actually. But, in any case, you want something non-flammable over anyway, so that it doesn't get put out by the rain. But yes, it's a public service announcement. Oh no, Frostrun, killed by a drifter. We got medium rift activity. Alright, of course it's dark out now. How many folks have beds? It's because we have 80-minute days, which means 40-minute night. Actually, longer than 40 minutes because it's the autumn now. You have beds available? Maybe... Shall we maybe do a quick sleep? I can kind of go in and steal the beds in here. I'm gonna jump in bed. If everybody who has a bed doing some metalsmithing, we might need a few minutes. Okay. Let's hang out here. So you don't waste stuff. That's alright. 7-hour sleep bed will get us to 3 a.m. I don't know how long it'll be before the sun comes up. I mean, I could use creative commands to... Go build a pit kill in a wooden building surrounded by chests filled with your most valuable stuff. Oh, yeah. I think all of us have, like... Smokey the Bear statues and leave them in every forest, yes. I think all of us have learned this the hard way, at least once. The thing is, even after you've learned it the hard way, you still might not realize exactly what you did wrong. Like, for example, like, you might think, oh, okay, I need to surround it with stone, like, we had in that forest there, but even that's not enough. Even that jumped out. So, you know. My request would be for the developers to give us some options to reduce that a little bit so it's not quite so aggressive. Ideally, an option to just switch it off would be great for servers, you know. I'm perfectly happy to have the fire spread on and very aggressive in single player. I think that's fair. These tests confirm how far it can jump. Wonder if there's a place to test that. Creative world. That's how I did it. I just made a creative world and I did a whole bunch of testing. That's where I was testing to see if a chiseled little ridge like that would be enough to stop it, and I was very pleased to find that it was. But, oh, I see. I see what you're saying there, Stereo. Oh, thanks for subscribing. I said that, but English is my native language. Rufty, thanks. The Prime subscription. The problem's not your sarcasm, Stereo. I have a combination of streamer brain and autism at the same time right now, so... I caught it eventually. You gotta be patient with me when it comes to such things. Oops. But once we've got some sunlight, we'll go and inspect everybody's bases, see where everybody is. Don't think anyone is at or near spawn right now. Somebody's up here. Mephanstrus is up there. We'll go check out Meph's base. Lotheg's over here. I know we've got Germbebber over here, and I believe Asturial and Sun had at least a temporary base over there. Just check that to a house. Not too far. Never live screen, have to make a script. Yeah, no, I'm bad at it. The good news is, I'm, oh, you've relocated, okay. Let me know where you are in a minute. I think the key is to be, to lean into being a doofus and letting people laugh at you. Which I don't mind at all. Alright. You almost ready, Mephanstrus? Doing some snake chores. Set up at minus 1700, minus 1700. Okay, that's what, northwest, right? Very soon. Again, I could just use commands to jump us forward, but that feels unfair to do that. I don't know. I feel like we should do it fair. Got in here. Oh, it won't show me because I'm in bed. Interesting. Just says birch planks, even though it does show me the overlay, the rotation overlay. You can move things with a wrench. Fascinating. Ready. All right. Halloween plans. Oh my goodness. Almost beaten the first year. Be ashamed to cheat now. Alright, here we go. Wonderful. Darkness. Passing. Actually, that took long enough, we might... Oh. Okay. It's still pretty dark. Alright, I'll head over to where Mephanestrus is. I love how... What is that glow coming from exactly? I don't even remember what I put over here. Is it just... I think it's actually just the locusts. Or maybe their little spawner. Can see a name tag in the distance. There's something I wanted to try to start building a little bit today. We get to it. So dark. I had an idea for a cool place to build a market. I am going to be doing this in creative for the moment. Passive aggressive, just put an S in. I'm just going to go through here. Here we go. Hello! What do we got? We'll wait for the sun to rise. Come pay you a visit. First, let's take a look. Mephanestrus is, like most of you, really excellent builder. You got your little smoker here. Hello. I have come to visit. Oh, this is nice. Very cozy. All your molds. Bloomery glass already. I'm gonna poke around in your stuff, just see what you got. Whoa. Goodness gracious. What does everyone think of the new bucket and barrel models, by the way? You got round ones now. Charcoal in here. Need an iron anvil. Oh my goodness. I think somebody brought an iron anvil, actually. Clay shingles. Oh, look at this. This is very cool. Yeah, look at this. The barrels. Those are brand new in 1.19.4. We got like a little dwarven, oh my god, oh, cool, you found, this is one of the, oh, I got some lore. This is why you're here. I think this is one of the vanilla ruins? I think this is one of the vanilla ruins. The new underground ones. It's very cool looking. Very nice. Everyone seems to be in favor of the new buckets and barrels. I agree, I like them too. Oh, we got graves in here. Some of those banners. There's a lot of banners in here. Yeah, there's a new mechanic where you have to repair things with glue before you break them. Otherwise, you won't get them. I don't think this is a procedural dungeon, Asturial. The procedural dungeons are much bigger, and I think they're much deeper underground. This is a pretty small. I think it's just a... I think this is actually vanilla. This ruin. Belongs in a museum? What are you? Britain? The British Museum. I like poking around in people's stuff up here. Ooh. Got hides. Everyone's doing pretty well, huh? Oh, these are the new prepared hides. Interesting. Rusty likes the old buckets. Alright, the sun is slowly starting to come up. Very nice place. Very nice place. Unsurprisingly, very nice place. Ah, okay. I saw this from above. Cool. You got a little farm over here. Oh, the sun's coming up. Got some primitive survival fishing going on. Love the sunflowers. Very nice. Yeah, Holly, I don't think you wanted to argue with that one. I don't think that's the fight you want. Alright, cool. I want to try to go around and visit as many people as I can. So, had someone. So Lotheg's over here. Now, if I'm gonna leave you to it. Not a fan of the rockfall mechanic. Are you aware that if you use beams, support beams, you can prevent that from happening? We don't want you getting crushed. The sun's coming up a bit here. I'm good as made of thieves. Yeah, there's you can put a support beam like across the ceiling horizontally, and that will reinforce the rocks above it. They show it in the trailer for 119, I think. Lotheg, I'm just gonna come poke around. Oh no, we got double Lotheg. We got a pair of Lothegs in here. We got Lotheg twins. Oh my. Lotheg and Lotheg, how you doing? Good to see you both. Nice little cabin here, I like it. Cabin on the mountain, you're way up here as well. It's cold. Very nice. Very nice little spot. It's got access to chests. That's always a big change. Oh, you got a jerk over here trying to get into your house. I shouldn't interfere. But... yeah, Sparrow. Very fair. Alright, very cool. Very, very nice. Why are there two Lothegs? Because... we got Lotheg. I think Lotheg is having some lag issues. Alright. Who else is online? So sorry. Let's... Patron? Two Lothegs is better than one. Okay, we'll do... let's check out Frostren. Hello. Ignore me. I'm not here. I'm not here. I just want to see what you got. It's pretty chilly here as well. I need to be making waypoints, don't I? Find everyone later, because I will not remember where everybody is. I love your nice, neat rows of berry bushes. Beauty berry, dog rose, juniper. Make me some gin, okay? I like gin very much. It does give me a hangover whenever I have gin. Oh, I love... you got a lot of these nice vessels. A lot of seeds. Ooh, you got a lot of bony... oh my goodness, you got loads of bony soil. Impressive. Resources seem to be pretty common at the moment, which is fun. Oh, look at the orchard that's set up over here. Apple trees. Apricot tree. Lovely. Gin update. There's not gin, but we're gonna pretend. You can make booze out of the juniper berries, which are, I believe, a wildcraft fruit and nut edition. You got your goats in here? Look at them! Oh, these are so cute. The black and white ones. Very nice. Proud of your goats. As you should be. Rightfully so. Appreciate that you get a nice tall fence around them so they don't try to jump out. Sweet. Alright, very nice, very nice. Look forward to seeing what everybody makes. Let's go See a Sturial. They're adorable but hard to catch. It's true. Strong Juniper Wine is Jin, yes. You know, it would be very easy. Here I am. Ignore me. Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm gonna spend some time on this one. It would actually be very easy for me to make a tweaks mod for our server. Just changing the language file and changing Strong Juniper Wine to Jin. I can do that. Alright, unsurprisingly. Alright, first of all, let's... I assume End Sun will be here as well. Shocking absolutely nobody. You appear to have already looted the entire server. Oh no, Sparrow! Raided a few procedural dungeons, got lots of torch holders. Very nice. We do have the more piles on this server, which I think we all enjoyed on the Frozen Challenge. We will do the Frozen Challenge again, by the way. I said this before. We'll be an illegal distillery in my bathtub. I brought my still with me. I used all my metal for that. Loads of ores. We do have the ore gen rate very, very high, because I was having a hard time finding copper, even in creative mode. So I thought, you know what, we'll just boost it up real good. Everyone's kind of used to being more or less endgame, I think. We got in here. Raw hides are perishable now. Hide storage hut, yeah. Other works here. Man, you really did get a lot of torch holders. My goodness. I'm sure you'll put them to good use. Hello? What are these, deer? They won't stop moving. Stop moving so I can see what you are. Pampas deer. You've never been endgame? Well, you can get there a little bit faster now. Everybody's kind of starting from scratch. But on the other hand, yeah, deer won't make babies, that's true. On the other hand, the ore gen rate is pretty high. And some of you at least have retained some of your items from the previous servers, so... Here, chart. We've got lots of fun mods for building and decorating stuff, so I expect to see some mega projects. I'm looking forward to... Mike, you already got porcelain? You've already got porcelain. What? I'm sorry, what am I looking at here? Why is this bucket so small? Why is this bucket so small? I assume you've put the bucket into ground storage, but we don't need ground storage for buckets. Found a trader that sold crushed granite, very nice. Copper cauldron. They can be stored 2x2. But why, though? They can already be stored on the ground. That looks so... It's just a tiny little baby bucket. Hey everybody, it's a teeny baby. It's a little small bucket. It's a itty bitty one. It's in chat as well. Here, I like the Origin High. I'm here for a good time, not a mind time. I mean, to be honest, I agree. I don't like doing a ton of prospecting and mining. That's how you made porcelain already. Oh, incredible. Oh, whoa, you got a big ruin over here. Have you looted this already? I don't want to... Go take a peek. Look at that. I have exported Sesvane Castle, by the way, from the previous server. A meteor here. Full of angry stuff. So I say I don't want to get too close. I don't want to activate anything. But a big bucket next to a baby bucket would be very cute. This is true. I do agree. Activated the teleporter in a small ruin to the west. One over here. This will be south rather than west. It's west of the Mega. Okay, hold on. I might as well go activate this. I love how you got the monkey. Oh, let's try. We gotta try that. I just want to unlock this quick. Whee! I've never used one of these yet. That is spectacular. I love it. Primitive. I'm so glad we were able to get primitive survival on here. All right, west of the mega. Oh, you mean the little tower one? My neck. Teleporter in here. Oh yeah, translocator. Paired static translocator. Very nice. I'm not gonna jump in there. So we are far west of spawn, it looks like. Alright, who else is online that I haven't visited yet? Sparrow. Wait, have I? I don't think I have visited Sparrow. Pottery trader, very nice. Alright, I'm gonna leave you to it so I can do my tour here. Whoop, sorry, excuse me. Don't mind me. Ooh, you got a nice big I'm so excited about these ovens. I wanted these on the previous server and I put them on the list of mods to be added when the museum was getting repaired, and nobody voted for it. I was like, "Aw, hi, don't mind me. Just taking a peek at what you got." But yeah, I think all 4 of these can be, yeah, these are all basically ovens, and these are the heat sources that power the oven. So you can make these giant ovens, and I definitely want to make one of those when I finally start actually playing. It's not currently working. Oh dear. Figure it out. I haven't actually touched this yet. I don't know how it works. Ooh, you got loads of seeds. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Let's hop out and take a peek at where we are here. We've got lots of nice trees around you. And poison oak. Gotta go. Well, thanks for hanging out. Sparrow. Get you on here. Oh, I already had you on here. I visited you last time. Oh, that's right. I remember this little ruin. Oh, this looks nice. I like this. Using like the castle ruins to have the farm in here. Lovely. I'm trying to figure out how to build one of those ovens into a wall. Interesting. I truly do not know how it works, so I hope you figure it out. This is really nice. Unsurprisingly, I like your build style. And I like all the nice trees around you. Farm castle. Like to make it pretty. Yes, and Holly just came on. Alright. Holly, I'm coming to see you. I don't know where you are, but I'm on top of you now. I was inside of you, sorry about that. Oh, you're in the wilderness, it looks like. You traveling? How are you? Have nothing yet. That's okay. You're enough all on your own. I noticed that you appear to be a tailor. I'm sure you're gonna have all kinds of fun with Tell's new Tailor's Delight. I'd be camping with Sparrow. Where are we? Oh, okay. We're just right over here. Okay. We got some neighbors all right here. We got Noita up here. Oh, I will have to go. I don't believe Noita is. Don't I am not. Can Tailor's Delight be used without being a tailor? Yes, a lot of it can. There are some things that are tailor exclusive though. So the tailors will have extra fun with it. I need to ask Noita. I'm just gonna say Noita for now. About the proper pronunciation of their name. So I'm gonna go. I don't believe they're here right now. Just want access to dressing pretty. Well, you got it. Everyone needs to see. Ooh. Where? Everyone needs to see, because this is ridiculous. Now, this one player, power gamer over here, has gotten so much progress so quickly. I came here a few days ago and I was like, what? How do you got all this already? We got a double windmill. All these chests full of stuff. Tin, bronze. Oh my god, all different kinds of glass. Look at all the building materials. Like, oops. Tons of clay. Power gamer. Look at all that. Good lord. Clearly doing a lot of sifting. I approve. We got plenty of bees. Fruit press. 24.59 liters of honey. That's ridiculous. And just... there's just so much progress here. It's unreal. Look at all... That's high fertility soil. Which means this is not brought over from the previous server. Because it used to be Terra Preta and now it's high fertility soil. This is even fertilized. Growth stunted due to cold. Oh dear. And what is this? I think this is the... is this the beehive kiln or is this the steelworks? I think this is the beehive kiln, yeah. Kiln flue, yeah, it is. Yeah, because the steel one would have 2 of these grates in the middle. Incredible. Unreal. And next to one of these towers as well, with a trader in the inside. And a teleporter. Everybody, don't feel bad if you don't have this much, because this is nuts. This is so many hours of gaming. And we got down here? We got pigs! Pregnant pigs. Oh, the new trough models are nice as well. Oh, my neck is making the noises, folks. Incredible. Alright, I think I visited everybody that I'm aware of. Let me know if I missed anyone. See, I like how even though it's what, mid-October now, it's still quite green down here. Has anyone seen rain, by the way? I'm a little bit concerned about the lack of rain, since it says rain almost all the time, and we kind of had this problem on the previous server as well. And I just want to show everyone, because I tested this. Everyone, it's about to rain for a sec. Area claiming lots of rain. So it broke on the old server once because I had turned the rain off in order to do something, and then when I unchecked override default values, it kept it off. It didn't correctly restore it. But if I turn, so I was able to fix it by turning the rain up like that, and then unchecking override default, and you see the rain clears up. So this should be back to the default weather, auto change weather patterns. Sorry folks, very brief snow shower, or sun shower, or rain shower, depending on where you are. So it should be raining. And I'm not sure why it's not. I don't think anyone has seen rains. I may need to submit a bug report, because I did have the rain turned off while I was pre-generating some of the world, so that I could see where everything was, and like where I was looking for location like this for us to put our spawn. And I have not seen rain since I turned it back on, and I don't know why. I haven't seen any rain yet. I was playing for like 3 hours. Yeah, I don't think anyone's seen rain. I think there may be a bug, which is upsetting because we need rain for farming. Plants just got watered. But like, it looks like there's darker clouds over here, which usually means if you head in that direction, you will eventually encounter rain. Let's see if maybe get any. But, I mean, I can turn the rain on, but the problem is it would stay on, like, permanently. And we don't want permanent rain either. Somebody's building something over there. If I head over in this direction where it looks like there's rain clouds. Love the landscapes in this Plains and Valleys. Seaside cliffs. And I love the autumn colors and the maple forest. Like, it looks like we should be heading into rain. And yet, we're not getting any rain. Just clouds. I do think the rain is broken. Which is bad. We need the rain for watering our crops. And putting out fires. If any fires happen to start by chance. This is where Asterial and Sun were previously. You see how close they were to the houses, and they didn't find them for a while. Yeah, here, some pigs. But yeah, clearly the rain is also for atmosphere, sure. Oops. Weather pattern. This is just for the clouds. I'm not sure what's going on, because it was, when I was exploring the world, are there any mods that mess with weather? No. I'm pretty sure none of our mods impact weather at all. It's got to be a vanilla issue. Before I turned off, the reason I turned off the rain while I was generating the world is because it was raining like crazy everywhere. So I had to turn it off so I could see. And now it doesn't seem to want to turn back on. It's not good. Maybe I need to set it to 100. Sorry. Brief rain shower again. Anything? Anything. I don't know. Somebody remind me. I'm always saying that. Somebody remind me after the stream. I'll try to submit a bug report. Because I do think this is a bug. I do think this is a bug. And I think this happened on the previous server as well, occasionally. Eventually it seemed like it would start working again, but... Resin and powdered charcoal. Oh yeah, I think there should be... Yeah, pitch glue. Oh, made from resin. There isn't a recipe. 2 of each ingredient in a cooking pot over a fire. Fill every slot in the pot. Heat it up to make it. Then you won't be able to use that pot again for food. Yeah, it'll be 2 slots of resin and 2 slots of powdered charcoal. So a cooking pot has 4 slots. Resin is in liters. I think resin is in liters because of expanded foods, so it'll be 0.1 liters. Is 1 resin. Ugh. I don't know. Do folks want the rain on for the rest of the stream? You just have to remind me to turn it off. I'm gonna turn on like just a gentle rain. Alright? Just a gentle rain. It's a few drips, a few drops. A little October shower. So we got a little bit. Alright, oh, by the way, I was thinking that I was going to knock down these trees. I'll do that in survival. I don't want them here. I don't know if anyone wants these, like, attached to these trees. I think everyone's a little bit sick of redwood trees after our previous server. So here was my thoughts for a market. I wanted to build, in creative mode, to build an area for a market. I also had plans, some nice thoughts of what if we use the Vinconomy mod. Hey, Jammer Bebber, you are late to the stream, that's okay. You're not sick of the road. Yeah, there is also another grove up there. There's plenty of redwood around. I just thought we could open this up and get some space here. But, I'm not the one who's really playing on the server very much. So we have this Vinconomy mod, which is very cool, and it gives us all kinds of shells and displays and registers, and you can actually set up a little shop where people can actually buy things from you like a trader when you're not online. And it's really cool, and you can make admin shops as well, where I can put whatever I want in there, and then the money or the gears or whatever that you use to buy them just disappears, it's just eaten, so it's removed from the economy. So you can sell your baked goods, yes indeed. Hello, Orange V-Dub. So I had the thought that it would be very fun to use this mountain right here and make a cave. And make a cavern. Oh no, Sparrow, what happened? Have like a cavern, which is, there's a lot of clay there. A cavern, underground market. Because I had come in here and this, basically this mountain is solid. There's not caves in here. Like there's some further down there. Oh, it was a cave in. Aww. You heard it. But then we can make a little path that leads up here down into spawn, and like a little path coming up here, and maybe like right around here have like a tunnel going in. And I don't think anyone has any plans for this mountain. I think it's just pretty. So this is my all up. Yes, that's what I want. This is my thoughts here. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to see very well what I'm. It's not helpful. I think I'm in the middle of this. Well, I can undo it if I need to. Let's see what that does. Okay. Oh, I missed the cracked granite because I had it replace material. Alright. So we've got... That's actually a little further in than I wanted it. Undo. Aha! The magic of world edit tools. About there. I need to select the correct tool and also fill. So we'd have a big kind of cavern like that. Actually, how big is this? I didn't even actually really look. I'm gonna take these away, but I just want to see what the... Is that big enough? That might be a little on the small side, huh? Oops. This is 1.19.4, yes. Possibly cave-in prone market. That's a fair point. Well, we can, I'll put supports on this on the roof. I don't think cave-ins will happen in creative mode. Yeah, okay. I can make this oblong. Where are we here? So there's spawn. Whoop. Make the Z coordinate a little bit bigger. Of course, the hanging tapestries would be very pretty. There you go. How about that? I'm not good with numbers, so we'll just see what this looks like. Whoop. There we go. I do feel like we can get that a little closer. Well, maybe it'd be okay to have a... I don't want to go too far. Where was that? It's about right about here. A little bit. Done it again. Entrance would be over here. Y level is 130. Yeah, that's alright. It's not like precisely where I want it to be, but I'm not going to be able to be precise with it. There is so much quartz in here, oh my god. Alright. So, temporarily... So none of the ceiling should cave in unless somebody, like, breaks a block. And we can put support beams. Oh, but what sort of wood? Maybe just aged wood. That should... yeah. It reduces the instability above it. Oh, that was... really not even. Oh my god, I hate... The beams really need some work. It's almost impossible to target the beam when it's attached to something. Hydrate and big stretch, redeemed by Holly. Alright, hold on a second. I can't break this beam. There's no way to target the beam without breaking the rock, and if I break the rock, it's gonna have a cave-in. Hey Tyrone, are you listening? It's impossible to break the beams after we place them. This happens to me. This has happened to me quite a few times, actually, where you place a beam and then there's no way to target the beam itself. You just go straight through it. Okay, I need a slower move speed as well. Anyone have any idea how I can fix this without breaking the ceiling? I don't think it's possible. I don't think there's any way to target it. Aha. You can, but you can't have a light source in your hand. You can't have anything in your offhand. Wonderful. Alright. We'll what's the word I'm looking for? Words are too hard. I'll have my drink and my big stretch, which was... Big stretch, everyone, if you're able. Get up and do a big stretch. Ugh. Nice big stretch. Alright. Is it because I was holding a beam? Oh my god. I put this here. Where is it actually? Oh, it's like there. These are still pretty unstable. Oh, interesting. It's only fixing the stability near the source. You guys were right, it's because I was holding a beam. Thank you. So they don't provide any support at the other end. Mr. Tyrone? We shouldn't have to put two beams. That's no good. If I touch anything over here, it's all gonna collapse. These are okay. That helps these ones, but the ones in the middle, no good. Love tutorials explaining how they work. Yeah, well, apparently the way they work is they provide stability from their starting point. But if you make the beam really long, I guess they're trying to stop people from just using one big long beam. They want you to use a lot of smaller ones. But if you have a big open area, I can't put smaller ones. Like, there's nowhere to attach it, like, not and have it look good. I mean, this is a pretty big ceiling, so it would be a lot of beam work. Alright, I'm gonna remove these for now. Let's make a little tunnel out. I'll need... 5 by 5 here. 7 tall. That might be too tall. It's really odd how they have these extra little bits. They don't round off the Worth making some log pillars for the beams to come off of. The thing is, I'm pretty sure if I place a block and, like, update those blocks, then something's gonna collapse. I don't think I can place anything there. I'm not sure if that's true, actually. Because, like, I want to put lights in the ceiling. I'm worried that if I place something up here, it's gonna update the block, and that's gonna cause a collapse. I don't like... I always have to fix the edges when I use these, world edit tools. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure why they don't have that rounded off automatically. Because there's always one extra little pixel. Alright, I'm gonna have to find out if I can place stuff or not, right? Because if I can't, then this is gonna be a disaster trying to make this work. I might even just, like, disable the cave-ins temporarily while I make this. So, I'm gonna try placing a block and we'll see what happens. Everyone, cross your fingers and toes. Okay, it's alright. Or maybe it's because I'm in creative mode. Maybe in creative mode stuff doesn't fall. Okay, in that case, yeah, we'll have to put some pillars up. So let me just make a tunnel so folks can get in here. You can kind of curve a little bit. These lanterns are not going to be permanent. Don't get used to them. Chart here. There we go. Alright. I may have annihilated some clay there. Sorry about that, folks. One of the things I was thinking of doing... we'll make a nice path in here eventually. Loading grass. Illegal! You're breaking the law. This messy little single blocks that it just leaves. Alright, so we have this open now. This is open. We got, like, holes in... Oh! I was wrong. Okay. Apparently it can collapse just from placing blocks. Maybe it's because it was cracked, or was it not cracked until I placed stuff? Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. No cracked granite. Yeah, okay, so it cracks and falls. Alright, I might, and I have a feeling no one will be too upset if I do this. I might disable the cave-in mechanic, at least temporarily. Under the single block holes are to help mark distance. I don't think so. I think it's because the calculation that they use for making the circles has those at the end. But to the human eye, they look bad. So most, like, paint programs and stuff will round off those little extra bits, but they're not doing that in here. I don't think anyone will be too angry if I disable the cave-ins temporarily while this gets built. And part of the building process will be putting supports up here. Because I do want to place stuff up here. I actually wanted to put, like, glowworms and stuff on the ceiling. My thought was, these lanterns are temporary. Please, nobody take these lanterns. These are just temporary for the building process. I hope I can trust all of you. But yeah, this is no good. I think we'll turn off the cave-ins temporarily. That'll require a server restart, I think, so I won't do it right this second. Well, I'll enter the command now, but we won't get the change until the server is restarted, which obviously I'm not going to do while I'm streaming. What's the command here? Wiki world configuration. Gosh, I hope it's in here. Newly added. Might not be. Okay, yes it is. Planning secret lantern heist, you better not. Config. Cave ins. Okay, got that correct, so now I'll set that to false. So after the stream ends... OBS back up. After the stream ends, we'll do a restart. But my plan is we're gonna hang lanterns and like glowworms and stuff, and the kind of vague vision that I have in mind is that this will be like a bioluminescent market, just kind of lit up by glowing stuff. And people can put like light sources and stuff, but I just thought it would be very cool to have like a sort of secret little magic-y vibes kind of cave. And I'll make a nice little path up there as well. And then once this is ready, like, folks are welcome to expand beyond this. Like, this won't be a set fixed... Like, if anyone wants to come in here and dig out, you know, if there's not a spot that you want that's in the open and you want to dig into the wall, totally fine. Totally, yes, the Foxfire Cavern, exactly. Exactly. Worm store. Oh, hey, Mushroom. Welcome, welcome. So, I also had the thought... Oh, this is such a nice view. I also had the thought that I will make some of these admin creative mode traders who are selling items that are kind of grindy to get, and trying to work out the description of this as I'm talking. This is always a good idea when you're streaming. Basically, I'll set a target. Like on the previous server, we had like the museum to work on and the translocator building to work on, with like different goals and different rewards and stuff. I think this time, instead of that, we'll set up goals where if people contribute a certain number of particular items that are kind of grindy, like cattails, for example. Cattails become a real pain after a while, and you always need more of them for skeps and stuff like that. Or clay, if you're getting really sick of going up and finding and digging up clay. That sort of thing. People can let me know items like that they would really like to be able to just purchase. And we'll set up a goal where if people contribute a certain amount of that item, then it will unlock it and it will become purchasable. Sand? Sand is a good one. Absolutely, yeah, because sand is basically technically a limited, not a renewable resource. So yeah, that's something I'm thinking of doing. We'll make little shops. Found out today it's hard to get without running. Yeah, you can't. You have to dig it. You have to dig it up. So I won't work any further on that right now, because obviously I don't want to cause a bunch of cave-ins. We'll put a sign down in case anyone's not watching the stream and they don't know what's going on. Charcoal. Oh, my neck. Okay. Down a sign. Feature site of marketplace. Please. Please keep out for now. Alright. Because yeah, I'll go in here. Hopefully I'll find some time. Oh, I keep saying this. When I find some time, it may well be next week's stream. I am also thinking of, as challenges for people, because building for me is something that's very, very slow. I actually really don't like building on stream, because I need to kind of be quiet and spend a long time fiddling with things very, very slowly. And it's a very slow process, and I can come up with some nice stuff in creative mode. In survival mode, it won't happen, because I can't figure out what items I need. I need like the full creative inventory to be like, what would be good here? But another thing that I was thinking of doing is making sort of commissions. So hiring people to build things for me. And when when I have an idea for something that I'd like us to have for the community, for example, stalls in the marketplace or something like that, or decorations in the marketplace, I will provide, like, you can make a list of materials you need, and I will provide them, and, you know, pay you in gears or something like that for your services. So we always have some kind of projects going on. It's nice when we have a project, you know what I mean? I think this could be a nice little... I have like no depth perception, and it's really hard for me to tell. Broken transporter on top of a beautiful tower, very nice. It's hard for me to tell when something is big or small. I always think I'm making like these massive builds, and then I start actually trying to use them, and there's just like no space. Because I don't have the ability. You would like to help? That's awesome. That's awesome. I would love to have your help. Without mega projects, the dwarves get unhappy. Exactly. Mega projects are important. Oh, look at this. Look at the sunset. So we need some mega projects. If anyone has any ideas for mega projects you think it'd be fun for folks to work on, let me know. We can make this happen. I also want to point out, and I haven't actually tested this. I don't know if anyone has already noticed this or if you're aware of it. The shears now, yes. The shears have a leave setting. This is one of the tweaks we have, where if you break... Okay, well, it's not going to work because I'm in creative mode. If you set it to leaves mode and you break stuff, you can get the leaf blocks. So we now have a way to get leaf blocks, which is not available in vanilla. Love to build, love to chisel. Awesome. I love you. I want your help building stuff, because I don't love to build or chisel. I love to see the results of it, but I'm very bad at it. So yeah, I posted the list of all the mods that's on the server on the Discord. So if you haven't looked through there, do look through there, because there's a lot of really cool stuff hidden away. An art gallery is a great idea. A library would be cool. Oh goodness, my jaw, buddy. He's giving himself a little bath on the bed. But yeah, if I have like a very vague idea of like, I would love to see like tree branches going up and like vines and leaves and stuff, and like glowworms hanging from the ceiling, or maybe like lanterns like hanging from... I can't show you what I'm thinking of now because it'll fall apart. But like putting like ropes or chains or fences or something, and then having like lanterns hanging down. You know what I mean? Imitations of real art with a chisel. Yeah, you sure? You sure could. 1980s amusement arcade. Incredible. I love it. So, I also want to put... There's certain things that I can place and build in creative mode, which you can in survival mode. And things like growing mushrooms is one of them. Like, I don't know if I can... No, it has to be on dirt, I think. But I can do that. You can't do that in survival mode, even if you have a mushroom and everything. But I would love to have mushrooms growing in here. The rain was manually enabled, Sparrow. Natural rain. I don't think it's natural rain. I turned the rain on. Oh, wait, why is it set to 0? I'm so confused. I turned it up. It still says override default values. Is it raining where you are? Kind of hard to tell when it's dark. Oh yeah, I see raindrops. See, now this is confusing, because it says the rain is at 0, and it says override default values, which means it shouldn't be raining. It wasn't raining down by your house. Maybe this button is broken. Maybe it's this. Maybe this is inverted somehow. Maybe by turning off override default values, I actually was overriding default values. Maybe that's what it is. We'll have to see. I'll leave it like that for now. Hey, buddy. I mean, I'm wet, but it is actually raining. Actually, I'm not wet because I'm in creative mode, but it is actually raining here. I can see the raindrops falling. Would love to grow mushrooms. Yeah. There is a way to grow mushrooms, and that is with the wild farming revival mod. And that is the one that destroyed our previous server with too many trees. However, I can add it and just disable the tree regrowth. Lightly snowing up on your mountain. I mean, we can have the mod, and I can just disable that. And I believe that the tree regrowth stuff is disabled by default now in the mod, because too many people were like, "Hey, your mod broke my server." But we could have that mod and just have the mushroom growth and the like flower seeds. That should be possible. So I've got a ping on the server, Vintage Story. Okay, it's just Tell's looking into stuff. Nothing will go bad. Kill them with fire, nothing will go bad. Let's maybe not kill anything with fire. Yeah. So that wild farming revival mod adds the ability to make flower seeds and the ability to grow mushrooms, which neither of those things are available in vanilla, and none of the mods that we have in here now adds them. I'm perfectly happy to add that if folks want that. I don't think, as long as we have that tree regrowing thing disabled, and that includes the growth stages of trees where it replaces the bottom block of each tree with like a entity that changes the shape, and the trees grow slowly. It's a very cool concept, but it was lagging everything to hell. And then if you remove the mod, the bottom block of every tree becomes a question mark block. As I discovered the hard way when I thought, why don't we just remove this? Turns out that's not a good idea. Get everything at night. So pretty. Look at that. We get a bit closer. Maybe we can get YouTube to put this as the thumbnail. I just use the auto-generated thumbnails on YouTube when I do the stream archives. Maybe we can get this. That would be nice. One of these frames. Mushrooms respawn or grow at all without. They regrow. I think the way it is that some blocks are kind of secretly, without the player being able to tell, are marked as mycelium blocks, and mushrooms can grow on those blocks, but they'll only grow like at the appropriate time of year, and once you harvest them, I think they won't come back until the next year. Along his rain-filled barrels and buckets. That might be one of our mods. I think that might be a mod. We have a stand to sell them. I could absolutely. Mushrooms are something that we could have being sold, or we could let people regrow them. So stalls 4, sand. Sounds like a good idea. Would gravel be needed as well? Gravel, I don't think we use very much. Probably not to the level that people would need. Oh no, Frost Red! Hey, drifters are mean. You're a bear in the dark forest. Oh no! Gravel is very mineable. Fire? Have we set everything on fire again? If there's a fire now, please let me know and I'll come put it out real quick. Although if it's raining, it should put out fire. Right. Sand. Cattails, maybe? Because I know people do get sick. Oh, look. Fireflies. Yay. I miss fireflies. Fireflies don't exist where I live now. Where I grew up, there were fireflies everywhere in summer. I haven't seen one in real life in a very long time. Lost all your tools again? Oh no! What happened? Should we go and check? Got things sorted? I'm not doing anything here right now, so I'm just gonna come say hi. Whoop. Sorry. Oh boy. There's a lot of fellas here. So what happened with the fire? Did you fall into the fire, or it says you got killed by a drifter? How'd you lose all your tools? What happened? This side right here is open. You missed a spot here. There's no stone right here. So the fire can spread from this side. Maybe that's what happened. These guys really are jerks, aren't they? At least they're not throwing rocks. We modded that out. There you go. That should stop the fire from spreading. That should be enough. Oh, of course, if the drifters are walking into the fire and walking around, they could be setting stuff on fire. It's not a bad idea to just box in your pit kilns, honestly. Just put dirt around them so that nothing's getting at them. Or a lot of people will make a pit kiln area that's made out of like stone or packed dirt or something, and it's just a big area with just the kind of checkerboard pattern and then a roof over it, and then like a fence, like a stone fence around it so nothing can get in. And then it's safe. I would say either that spot that was open could have let the fire spread, or maybe a drifter walked over it and then spread the fire with its body. That can happen too. We don't want to see you getting killed. Do you need any help? I don't want to interfere too much because I'm in creative mode. We want to be fair, but I also want to be helpful to my patrons, my community. I'm very hungry. Didn't have a proper, we got a whole gang here. I didn't have a proper dinner before the stream. I baked some bread today. Actually, here's a question. Does anyone here or anyone in my community bake bread? And I don't mean with like a bread maker. I mean like actually making bread properly in the oven. When I get back with the spear and everything's gone. Now sometimes that's how it happens. We still have medium rift activity, so they might come back. A couple times, a few times. Okay. Because never baked bread. Okay. I've been baking my own bread for a while now. Not because I love baking bread. Actually, I really hate the process of baking bread, if I'm really honest. Oh no, Rofty! The drifters are out for blood tonight. I started baking my own bread because I stopped going to the supermarket almost entirely because of COVID and because it's full of nasty people with no masks on. And I started using grocery delivery service, which is very easy, and they bring everything to you, and they have a whole bunch of stuff that's not available elsewhere, and it's just really nice. And it's like I have their very cheap premium subscription, so I get free deliveries and a free, like, I can get like within 90-minute delivery if I need something urgently. They're back. But the problem is their bread sucks. I had a type of bread that I really, really liked, and I could get from Tesco, but I had to go to the big Tesco. There's like little Tesco Express shops that are near me, and they don't have it. Only the really big Tesco had it, and that's kind of a pain to get to, and I don't want to go there if I don't have to. Certainly not often enough to get bread. And also, I'm one person, I live alone, I don't eat that much bread, so it would go moldy before I finished it most of the time. So it's like, alright, the bread on the subscription service sucks. The delivery bread is awful. I tried a few different options that they had, they were all terrible. So it's like, alright, screw it, I'm gonna just make my own bread. How hard can it be? I love making things from scratch. Turns out, very hard, actually. I'm really bad at making bread. I have very severe... Do you fridge the bread? I don't. No. I have very severe sensory issues. Touch and the sticky texture, like having stuff stick to my hands, is the most surefire way to send me into sensory overload, which is a very bad thing. It will ruin me for days. I can get violent. I've injured myself. Like, it's an ugly thing to have happen. So bread dough, it's sticky when you start kneading it. So I was having trouble with that. I started finding ways where I could kind of do the first knead of the dough with just a spoon and a bowl. It's a little bit more muscle, but I don't have to touch my hands. But I found I was making rye bread. Not pure rye bread, but like a wheat rye mix, because I like rye bread. That's the kind of bread I'm used to eating. And pure wheat bread to me tastes like nothing. It's no good. Rye doesn't have that much gluten in it, so you kind of have to work it a lot more to get it to rise properly. Hello, meat. Keep says hello, everybody. He's right here. Right there. Come here, buddy. Come here. He won't quite get in frame. He's literally right in front of me. I'm looking at the screen. I'm gonna regret doing this, but... Hey, there it is! It's Meep! And I don't have to pick him up. Good boy. Yes. So yeah, sticky dough is awful because, like, it's really hard to get off. It's really hard to get off. I have to wash my hands like 3 times to get all of the dough off, and it gets under my fingernails and I can't get it out. Meep, the best cat. No argument from me. Biggest pain in the butt, too. Come on, buddy, sit up just a little bit higher so people can see your handsome face. So yeah, I've developed a method of making bread with rye flour where I don't really have to knead it for the first time. And just mix it around real hard with a spoon, and then cover it and let it proof for a little while, and then take it out, and then I do the second proofing. All right, he's leaving. I come out and do the second proofing, and I knead it on a silicone mat, and then it's not very sticky at that point. And then I let it proof again, and then I put it in the oven, and it's fine. The bread comes out fine. It's not great, it's not amazing, but it's fine. It tastes good. It's disposable gloves. People have said that to me before. Then the dough would stick to the gloves, and then I'd have to deal with getting the dough off of the gloves, and it would not. I don't think it would be any better. So today I was like, okay, this morning I got up and I went to make toast with my breakfast, and the bread was moldy. The little bit of bread I had left was moldy, so I was like, all right, gotta make bread today. And I was like, you know what? Let's try making just wheat bread. Like, just plain wheat flour, no rye. Because I have a friend here who does bake bread, but he only uses wheat flour because he says when you use rye flour, it doesn't hold its shape. And I thought that was odd because I think it holds its shape pretty well with rye flour, but okay, let's try it with just wheat flour. So I tried the same process that I always use, same ratios, same amount of ingredients, but only wheat flour instead of, like, I usually use like 30-40% rye flour. And somehow it's even worse. Yeah, I'm with you there, Sparrow. What I discovered was wheat flour on its own is very different. It was the stickiest thing I've ever touched in my life. No amount of working the dough seemed to get rid of the stickiness. I let it do the first proof, tried kneading it again. I was like getting really overwhelmed, overloaded with how much it was sticking to my hands. And in the end, I wasn't able to get it to be any less sticky. I gave up. I put it in the basket that I used for the second proof, and it just went like bleh into the basket. Like it didn't sit there in a nice shape. And I'm just remembering my friend saying like, "Oh yeah, with rye flour it doesn't hold its shape." I'm like, "Okay, I have the opposite experience. It's not holding its shape. It's just the wheat flour, right?" So I put it there and I left it to proof. And when I went back to check it, it had somehow gotten even bleh, or like it was just slime. There was not a loaf in there. There was just a puddle. And I was like, I used the 5-to-3 ratio that everyone always says is the magic ratio. It always works perfect when I put just like 30% rye flour in there. With just pure wheat flour, it was slime. I kind of tilted it out of the basket. I mean, it had increased in size, but instead of rising, it just kind of went sideways and got sadder. And I tilted it onto the baking pan, and it literally just went bleh. I was just like, I'm gonna get a pancake out of this. I'm not gonna get bread out of this. I put it in the oven, I baked it. It did rise a bit in the oven, but not nearly as much as when I have the rye flour. And yeah, I had a bad time. And then I tried, like, after I let it cool down all the way, just before the stream, I took a slice, like, let's taste it at least. It tastes like nothing. It's like chewing on styrofoam. Now that is partly just my personal taste, because I like rye bread, and that's got a lot of flavor in it. But like, ooh, enjoy your tea. Enjoy your tea. Have you done any no-knead breads? I haven't. I'm thinking of trying one. Too much moisture. But the thing is, universally, anytime I've ever asked anyone who bakes bread, they always say the same thing. 5-to-3. 5-to-3. 5 parts, or 5 I don't know anything about numbers or the words related to numbers. Usually they say like 500 grams flour to 300 grams water, 5 to 3. Or because I'm making small loaves, I use 250 grams flour to 150 grams of water, and it still works perfectly because the ratio is there. That's supposed to be the magic ratio. And when I do that with the wheat flour, I got slime. It was the saddest thing. So what I'm wondering, bread flour, of course. What I'm wondering is like, and I use this exact same flour when I make my usual bread, and I put 50 grams of rye flour, 200 grams of wheat flour, and it's great. But without that 50 grams of rye flour, just that small amount, it was such a... No, I don't feel insulted at all. Bread maker. Oh, I don't like bread maker bread. I've had it and I don't like it. It's not what I'm trying to make. If I was gonna make bread maker bread, I think I would probably just buy the bread from the store, because it doesn't taste any better to me than store-bought. In fact, I think it tastes worse. Especially where living here, like rye bread is common here. Like the bread you get at the store is usually not that sort of formed, rectangular, sad stuff that you would get in like America, for example. In America, to get the kind of bread that you get here, you'd have to go to like a special bakery. So yeah, I've tried like kneading the dough, and I feel like I need someone to teach me how to knead dough. Like I've tried watching videos and stuff and following all the instructions I found. No matter what I do, it sticks to my hands. And I don't mean like it's sticky and annoying. I mean my hands become coated with dough. Completely. There's no telling where my hands end and the dough begins. There's no way of like kneading it, because I try to pull my hand away and half the dough just comes with my hand. No matter what I do, it's always like that. And I don't, because when I've watched like videos of people kneading dough, I never see that happen to anyone. They go like, it just kind of slightly tacky, sticks to their hands a bit, they knead it up, and then it just becomes this nice smooth ball. I can knead that dough for 20 minutes and it will still be just goop on my hands. And it's the goal to make bread making less sensory hell, make bread with wheat. Well, I want to be able to make my own bread, because the bread that I can easily buy, I don't like very much. Cover your hands with flour. I've tried that. You cover your hands with flour, and then you touch the dough, and the flour sticks to the dough, and then you do one movement, and now your hands are covered in dough again. That's why I feel like there must be some trick I'm missing, or some secret, or maybe my hands are extra sticky. I have a stand mixer. I've tried with oil too, and it's the exact same thing. It helped for about 12 seconds, and then the oil was worked into the dough, and it was immediately stuck to my hands again. That's like, I've heard all these tips, and I've tried them all, and none of them have worked. You've ruled out the possibility that you yourself are bread dough. Honestly, that would maybe make more sense. Hey, Mushroom! Looking good? That would maybe explain a lot. That's probably it. I'm probably bread dough myself. It's just, I can't figure out what other people are doing that I'm not, or what I'm doing wrong. I feel like I've never had a person, like, in person in the same room with me be like, here, I'll show you how I knead the dough. I've only ever seen, like, videos or try to read. I have a stand mixer. You have warm or sweaty hands? I have sweaty hands. I do. My apartment is not humid. Yeah, Gemma Beber, that's what I was trying to do, but like it would last for half a second, and then the flour would be absorbed into the dough, and then is it my hands? Are my hands the problem? I don't think they're sweating while I'm kneading the dough, but I do tend to have sweaty hands. They're not usually warm though. I tend to have cold hands actually. I have circulation problems. They tend to be like ice cold. The bane of really. I wonder if it's literally that my body is allergic to making bread. I have a stand mixer that someone gave me very kindly. They were getting a new one, so they gave me their old one. The problem is I'm making really small loaves of bread, because I'm just one person, and even the very small loaves of bread I make, which is 250 grams of flour, tend to get moldy before I finish them. I do have bread every day, but I have one piece per day with my breakfast, and that's usually the only bread I have per day. So if I make a larger loaf, it's going to go to waste, but it's too little for the stand mixer to get it. So like when I put the dough, I tried like putting the dough and everything in the mixer, and it just kind of like, it would just barely touching it, because it's just not enough dough for it to grip it, you know? So, did you see the fire trail from that drifter? I was not paying attention. They do that though. It's probably a good idea to lock away your to put some kind of border around your pit kilns. Like a zombie in Minecraft, they'll just spread fire everywhere. Except in this game, they will also light things on fire. Which zombies in Minecraft don't do. Overnight focaccia? Oh gosh, isn't that like extra goopy and sticky? Well, when I make it with the rye flour, it's kind of okay. It's not as sticky because there's not as much gluten in it, I guess. And I don't really like the flour with just the wheat flour anyway. No materials too? Oh, gotta get through the night. Oh no. They're vicious tonight, huh? Oh, we got high rift activity now. It's the time. It's gonna be a while before morning as well. Always use a bread recipe. Oh, I have a recipe, yeah. I have a recipe that I use, which is designed for just wheat flour. But when I tried it with just wheat flour, it went bad. The only modification I made to the recipe is that I swapped out 50 grams of the wheat flour for 50 grams of rye flour, and then it works. But yeah, it's just the wildest thing. It's been driving me crazy for a long time that no matter what I do when I try to knead dough, it just coats my hands and I can't get it to form a ball, no matter how long I'm at it. And then within a few minutes, I start like getting sensory overload and then having meltdowns and bad things happen. So I am curious, but that honestly, that could be it. It could very well. Lemon Drifter. It could very well be just that my hands are too sweaty. That would explain it. I'm just damp. It's definitely not humid in here. I actually have a humidifier running most of the time because of how dry it is in the winter. It would be humid in the summer, but it's still cold out right now. I'm still running the heat, so the humidity is never above like 50% tops, usually lower. Ferment so you don't need to knead it. That's not the kind of bread I want though. I tell you what, I'm gonna go grab. We got 10 minutes left of the stream. I think I'm done playing at this point. We're just gonna watch them fight the drifters. Give me 1 second. Show off my bread. So this is the loaf I made today. The ones that I make with rye are usually very similar, but they're thicker. This is the thickest I could get it. It's not very thick. It's very soft. It's much softer than when I use rye flour. So it smells okay, but like it doesn't taste very good. You try all wheat flour again, add a little more flour, and that very sticky phase is meant to not be... Yeah, that's the thing. That very sticky phase for me is the whole time. It never stops being that sticky. That's why I haven't been able to figure out like what I'm doing. I don't make sourdough. I can't stand the smell of yeast, and also it tends to be too cold in my apartment for a sourdough starter to be very happy. So I haven't done sourdough. When I've tried sourdough bread, I also tend to have like a reaction in my mouth. I'm not sure why, but something like the natural yeasts my body doesn't like. So I just keep adding flour till it stops being super sticky. I tried that once, and I wound up adding an extra like 100 grams of flour. It was the densest, the densest loaf of bread ever made. So, but yeah, this is just made with dry active yeast. But this is literally, it's just wheat flour, yeast, salt, sugar for the yeast, and a little bit of olive oil. It's snowing! So yeah, I tried like just add more flour until it stops sticking, but then it's so much flour that it changes the texture of the bread. No idea how to make sourdough. I would like to make sourdough, but I don't think, flour in the south of the US is different from other parts of the country. Interesting. I mean, the flour here is just, God, it's got little bits of rice flour everywhere. Just put rice flour in the basket to stop the bread from sticking. But the other thing is, it doesn't open, I put like the, what are they called? Scoring? Something like that? And it doesn't open very much. Because it doesn't rise very much, I guess. Right, I'm gonna go put this back in the kitchen. Alright. Maybe one of these days I'll try making a video and recording myself trying to make bread. And you can all tell me what I'm doing wrong, or if I'm not doing anything wrong, and if it's just my hands being too sticky or what. But I wish I could get somebody. The person I know who bakes bread doesn't have time to hang out with me, so we don't have the chance. Recommend the gloves. There's no way. I don't wash my hands until I'm done. I don't think gloves would work. I think gloves would just make it worse. Because then it would be sticking to the gloves. Bread stream. Czech specific bread recipes. I mean, I'm basically making Czech bread. Czech bread is not. They don't do anything different other than they put caraway seeds and everything, which is disgusting. And I don't put caraway seeds in there. Might be a thing with the flour or water. But the thing is, like I said, like I know people who bake bread, or at least one person who bakes bread, and he just uses wheat flour, and he uses the same. Oh my gosh, Flux! I don't want your little notification on my screen. Go away. And yeah, he just uses 5 to 3. Near the middle of England, I am not. I forgot you're making tea. Oh, we've all been there. We've all been there. The gremlins will get that tea. Actually, I'm impressed that you remembered already. I would have forgotten until I went into the kitchen again. I'm like, oh right, there's tea here. I'm not gonna stream baking bread. I don't have any way to get the webcam into the kitchen. I could try to record it next time and have everybody give me feedback on my bread kneading technique. I think what I really need, like I say, the one person I know who bakes bread, I don't have the opportunity to like hang out in person and like have him show me how he does it. So, and I don't know anyone else who bakes bread in this country. Maybe I'll record it sometime. It can be one of my little Patron exclusive videos. Everyone can tell me what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, because I've heard the same thing. Like that it'll be super sticky for a bit, and then it'll very quickly get smooth. But not when I do it, man. It just the thing that would worry me about trying to record myself making bread is I really don't want to make a video of me having a meltdown. I don't want a video of me getting bad sensory overload and freaking out and screaming and throwing things across the room and banging my head against the wall and all that ugly stuff that nobody needs to see. But if I record it, then I can just not share it if it goes wrong. Because sometimes I'll be like, all right, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and then all of a sudden a switch flips and my brain just goes, no you can't, buddy. Fight or flight, ready, set, go. And I'm like, get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off. It's not fun. No one wants to see that. And I don't want anyone to see that. Alright, we're about at the end of the stream. You have the same thing? Yeah, a lot of us have got that, I think. I'm losing my voice anyway. It's been fun talking about bread with all of you. I'm going to, teleport back to spawn. Lovely to see all of you fighting off your drifters. Good luck with your pit kiln. Whoop. Was I just inside some? Oh, it's Lilfake. Hi, Lilfake. Oh, are you dead? Killed by a drifter. I guess you are. Oof. I'm probably just gonna log out right here. So, when does the sun come out? Yeah, a bit late at this point because of the time of year. Probably another hour or two in the game. I'm gonna end the stream now. Oh god. Good luck to everybody. I hope you don't get killed by drifters too many times. I gotta go give the cat some food and also myself. Thanks for talking about bread with me. Actually, probably everyone... Well, no. I gotta deal with the cat and stuff first, so... In a little bit, I'll let everyone know through the console that you need to log off and I'll restart the server. And we'll just have the cave-ins off for now. I think they're probably frustrating people more than they're making things interesting, so... We'll just do that for now. Anyway, my brain's a scrambled. I did make it the full 2 hours. Yay, probably because I wasn't touching the mouse for the last half an hour. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. A thing ready. There we go. See you next week. Bye.